GPS gives patients more than just dental implants. You get your life back in just 24 hours.
We were all so excited for it. Look at this team behind you. You got everyone.
I put my trust in the specialist at Dental Implants GPS, and you should too.
Call today.
Whoa, how'd you get your teeth so white?
You gotta use the right toothpaste.
Dr. C?
Not all toothpaste whiten the same.
Crest 3D White removes 100% more stains for a noticeably whiter smile.
New personal best.
Crest.
To give your teeth a dentist clean feeling, start with a round brush head, add power, and you've got Oral-B. Round cleans better by surrounding each tooth to remove 100% more plaque for a superior clean. Oral-B, brush like a pro.
I was injured in a car crash. I had no idea how much my case was worth.
Call the Barnes firm to find out what your case could be worth. We will help you get the best result possible.
1-800-8-million.
Now at 4, shocking allegations against 2 Burbank police officers caught on camera accused of dumping a severely distressed homeless man outside the office of the LA City Council president. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 4. I'm Samantha Cortese.
And hi there, I'm Courtney Friel. What looks like heartless actions were recorded by security cameras outside the office of City Councilor Paul Krikorian in North Hollywood.
He is calling for an investigation and possible legal action against both the city of Burbank and Burbank PD. As we wait for police to clarify just what we're seeing in that video, KTLA's Sandra Mitchell is live outside City Hall in downtown with reaction. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Samantha. More of that video in just a moment. But first, we have heard these allegations before, right? That other cities are bringing their homeless here to LA and then abandoning them on our streets. Well, today, the council president saying he is really stunned and outraged. A barefoot homeless man in distress removed from the back of a Burbank police vehicle.
This is callous, cruel, inhumane,
and abandoned on Lankershim Boulevard in North Hollywood.
Without giving any aid to this person, without determining whether there was anyone who could provide services to this person, they dumped him in North Hollywood.
What those police officers might not have known Thursday morning is that they were dumping the man right in front of the district office of LA City Council President Paul Krikorian, and cameras captured it all. Today, Krikorian filed a motion to ask the city and district attorneys and the state attorney general to investigate the incident. He also is requesting the maximum appropriate legal action against the city of Burbank and the Burbank Police Department. Krikorian says initially the man went to Providence St. Joseph Hospital in Burbank seeking medical help for a leg injury, but hospital staff called police when he became unruly. Krikorian says police handcuffed him, brought him to the 5200 block of Lankershim, just outside Burbank city limits and in the city of LA.
The handcuffs were removed. The person fell to the sidewalk, clearly experiencing a mental health crisis, as well as physical injuries. And the officers of the Burbank Police Department got back in their vehicle and drove back to Burbank.
It's not clear yet if this was a criminal act, but Krikorian is reaching out to Burbank officials.
This is not and never has been a city of Los Angeles issue. It is a regional crisis that is the result of nationwide issues, a nationwide opioid crisis, a nationwide failure to address mental health challenges. People look to Los Angeles City Hall to be the remedy for that. And we are doing more than our share.
LA officials are not identifying the homeless man in the video, but they do say he's off the streets and receiving treatment. The mayor of Burbank responding on social media today saying they are taking the allegations seriously and are currently gathering more facts on the incident. By the way, we are right now awaiting a statement from Burbank PD. We hope to have that for you on the KTLA 5 News at 5 o'clock. For now, live in downtown LA, I'm Sandra Mitchell. Back to you, Court and Sam.
Interested in their side of things, Sandra. Thank you. Former President Trump is set to begin a post-conviction fundraising blitz in Southern California to bolster his run for the White House.
His first stop will be in Beverly Hills, where he hopes to raise millions of dollars tonight. Ktla Dt.'s Rick Chambers joins us live from Beverly Hills, where the former president will be arriving shortly. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Court and Sam, how are you? We're just north of Wilshire Boulevard here in Beverly Hills. Let me step out of the way and we can zoom in across the street where Trump supporters and big money donors have been gathering for the last couple of hours, actually. The Secret Service told them that they had to be here by 4 o'clock so they could get checked in and then pass through the metal detectors, and that's what's underway right now. There are other Trump supporters, though, on the other sides of the streets. They're hoping to get a glimpse of the former president, or at least his motorcade as it passes by. No exact time on when that may be happening, and actually the address of this home here for the fundraiser, that was kept secret unless you were willing to pony up the $5,000 to get in the front door. They're asking another $50,000 for a photo op with the former president, about $100,000 if you want to sit at the same table with him tonight, and about $250,000 if you want to be part of Mr. Trump's inner circle at this fundraiser. Let's roll some video that was taken over the last 24 hours or so. The Republican candidate for president, he was in a very hot Arizona on Thursday afternoon and morning for a rally there, about 112 degrees outside. Then it was off to a much cooler fundraiser. That was last night up in the Bay Area. That was put on by a couple of tech bigwigs. We understand that he raised about $12 million just at that one stop alone. And Mr. Trump has been doing quite well post his felony conviction. He's been pulling in, we understand, a little over $200 million, at least according to his campaign, pulling that in since the verdict was read. He'll be, of course, adding considerably to that total here after this fundraiser tonight, and then it'll be on to Newport Beach sometime tomorrow. As we come back out here live, we understand that Mr. Trump flew into Southern California earlier today, that the plane is parked out at LAX right now. Now it's a matter of folks gathering around this location and hoping to see his car as it pulls in here on Elm Street. In Beverly Hills, I'm Rick Chambers, guys. I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Rick, thank you. Good to see you. Meantime, there is a report this afternoon that the verdict in former President Trump's criminal hush money trial may have been leaked early. According to The Hill, the Manhattan judge has informed Trump's attorneys and the DA's office that on the day jurors began deliberating, a Facebook user left a comment on the New York State Unified Court System's page, and the poster claimed to be the cousin of a juror and wrote that Trump was getting convicted. The next day, he was found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records. It's also been reported that the person who posted identified themselves as an online troll on their personal page.
The former president's rival, President Joe Biden, argued for a fight for democracy around the world in a speech on the beaches of Normandy in France, the site of D-Day 80 years ago.
American democracy asks the hardest of things, to believe that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. So democracy begins with each of us. It begins when one person decides there's something more important than themselves. When they decide.
President Biden spoke where Army Rangers scaled the cliffs while under intense fire from German forces. The president compared their struggle to fight the tyranny of Nazi regime with the fight for democracy against Russian forces in Ukraine. President Biden promised to continue supporting Ukraine, saying, quote, "We are still in completely thoroughly."
Stay with us. There's much more to come on our Ktla Dt News at 4.
Including more bears spotted roaming Southern California neighborhoods, what officials are now warning following the latest sighting.
But first, David Lazarus will be joining us next.
Thank you, guys. Are you in the market for some remote work? I'll tell you which big company is looking for virtual staffers for a virtual store. Stick around.
Boulevard in Mar Vista. Monday on the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m.
I'm Doug Hopkins, and I want to buy your house. We will give you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. Sell your house the easy and happy way. Call Seller's Advantage for a free, no-obligation offer 24 hours a day. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Shell Renewable Race Fuel. Reducing emissions by 60%. We're moving forward with IndyCar because we're moving forward with everybody. Shell, powering progress.